5 to 5 is.
So the WNBA is in 2K20 for the first time. What did you think about that in the game?
I thought it was amazing. You know, it's funny because I catch my dad like playing video games, playing me, which is amazing. But you know, I've always dreamed of having something like that. When I was growing up, games been part of my life forever. So to see myself in action.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Ayton.
There's been a drop-off in the rebounding numbers. He seems to be getting out-muscled on the glass in a way we didn't see earlier in the season. His last 10 games, the totals have taken a huge hit.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's George in at the 3, the small forward. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson, and it's Ayton in at the center position. And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. Oh, that's blocked, and that one goes out of bounds. That was touched by Ayton. Paul with the ball, guarded now by Rubio. Here's Gallinari. Lock at 6. Pass to Adams. Up and in on the layup. Late in the season, Doris, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
So fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future, what these teams, what these individual players could be like. Rubio finds Ayton. And here's Booker from the arc. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Well, this is where Booker can really hurt you. Very capable and confident three-point shooter. Go ahead, Devin.
Fast break, here come the Suns. Rubio's got the ball, and Ayton throws it down.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Rubio, the pass to Ayton, and that one drops.
Well, you want to see DeAndre Ayton seek out the contact on the interior. Boy, he's a big-time talent.
They double him with Ayton. Ball fires from way outside. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Booker. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, there are very few scorers in the NBA who are as explosive as Devin Booker. Boy, when this guy finds his rhythm, he can take over a game from just about any part of the floor, and there's nothing the defense can do about it.
The Suns making a switch here. Charge is checked in.
And that's an example of his athleticism, right? Nerlens Noel, the ability to leap up and ram it home.
Rubio outside. Back to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, Ricky Rubio has defined point guard vision. He can see the floor so beautifully.
Doris, I still think back to that game where Booker put up 70 points. I mean, wow, unbelievable.
Yeah, when Devin Booker starts to cook, he can get as hot as any player in the league. The one thing you want from Devin is consistency on both ends of the floor from game to game. That's how you go from good to great.
And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul. Some changes for Phoenix. Aaron Baines comes in for DeAndre Ayton. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Diallo, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, here is Gallinari. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Carter finds Booker. Another three for Phoenix.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
They've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far. And checking out Phoenix, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And when I look at Oklahoma City, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
Jerome passes to Carter, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit, Greg, for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Phoenix leading by 13. Jerome passes to Baines, and it's Kaminsky at the elbow. Here's Baines. He's covered by Muscala. From 8. Shots good by Baines.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Here's Kaminsky. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now.
Oh, big time play!
And he nails it. Oh, beats the buzzer from way down court. These fans are stunned.
It's
been a sort of long.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GAs spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And for the Suns, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So the Thunder 5 right now. We've got Dennis Schroeder. Muscala is out there with Nerlens Noel. Then there's Robertson, and it's Ferguson in at the 3 slot.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
You talk about bangers in the NBA, Doris, the Australian. Aaron Baines, rugged as they come.
Kevy is the very definition of an energy guy. This man is a great defender. You get blindsided by one of his picks, you are going to feel it the next day.
A platoon swap here for Phoenix. The Thunder also changing it up. Adams comes in for Mike Muscala. And Paul subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Rubio against Paul. Booker outside. Back to Rubio. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Of course, you can't help but notice the teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get.
Well,
and the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to set it, correct?
Exactly right.
And it's no secret that Paul is an energetic defender, constantly swiping at the ball and ripping away steals.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter, and Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Now, here's Bridges. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
For the three. It's hauled in by the Suns. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Offensive rebound. Here's Adams. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Boy, the strength and the activity of Steven Adams makes him a force on the backboards.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Rubio against Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Booker. It's hauled in by Adams.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion. Well, the Thunder begin on the defensive end of the floor. This is a team whose formula is to force a ton of turnovers, come up with steals, get out in transition. Last year, 4th in the league in defensive rating.
And for the Thunder defense, Doris, it starts with their rebounding.
Well, you have to begin with their strong interior defense. That lets their wings get out and pressure and take some chances. Defense has turned into a pillar for this team.
Diallo, he's checked in for Paul. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
To the inside. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Here's Booker. That one misses. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 this quarter.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Jerome passes to Booker. Fires from deep. Again, the miss by Booker.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And it's good for 2. Gallinari's got his first basket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And Booker kicks to Kaminsky. From deep. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good. Devin Booker had it going on in the first quarter. He had 11 points and 1 assist. And that'll do it.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You kind of like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Ayton is out there with Johnson, and it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Here's Dort. Defended by Bridges. Dort passes to Adams. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Adams has got 6.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
Ayton finds Booker. 6 to shoot. To the left wing. Lets it go from 14. The shot missing. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. And there's the pass to Dort. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Friday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Sunday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards.
And looking at this stretch for them, I think they should have no problem dispatching most of their opponents if they can avoid that pitfall of playing down to the level of the competition. But that's easier said than done.
Doris, what has impressed me about Booker is that he's put up great numbers despite not having a lot of franchise stability at the start of his career.
No doubt, Kevin. For Devin Booker, his first 4 seasons, he had 4 different head coaches. That doesn't even start to touch the roster turnover he's dealt with. Through everything he's faced, he has produced on the offensive end. You love this guy's upside. Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Ayton inside. He's covered by Noel. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, Mr. Ayton decides, why just lay it up when you can finish with authority?
Now, here is Muscala. Tight defense on him. Robertson with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. Robertson the pass to Muscala. Unloads. They grab their own miss. The shot, no good. Phoenix has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Kicks it out to Johnson. He dishes it to Ayton. Wants to get it to Booker and does. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Johnson, good. And a nice assist from Booker. And the Suns lead by 2. Here's Schroeder. 8 points for him. Pass to Ferguson. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Doris, even though Schroeder changed roles when he was traded from Atlanta to the Thunder, he has embraced his new team.
A lot of people wondered, would Schroeder be willing to go to the bench and accept that role? He proved he was more than capable. And no longer having to act as a leader on a team, I think for Schroeder, he just enjoys going out and competing on a team with high aspirations. It's been a good fit.
And the Thunder making a change here. Diallo's checked in. Passes it to Ferguson. Now Noel. Kicks it out to Schroeder. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. It's tipped. Pass to Jerome. Here's Baines. Johnson, a wide open look from outside off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Noel dishes to Muscala. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Wow, look at the way the big man Noel set up his guys, puts the pass in the perfect position, easy shot.
Oklahoma City shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes. Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Muscala. Back to Schroeder. He kicks it to Noel. Second chance shot, and that one's good. Schroeder.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
On the wing, Johnson. Back to Carter. It's hauled in by Diallo.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
To the wing on the left. Ferguson for three. Bangs home the trifecta. Ferguson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's the break. Goes up. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Here's Jerome. Basket counts.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Shooter passes to Ferguson. Noel with it. To the paint. Here's Schroeder. No good on the last second attempt there. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Thunder lead by 5. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Taking a look at the Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul, and it's Diallo in at the small forward. Rubio, the pass to Ayton. 6 on the shot clock. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, DeAndre Ayton should own the paint. Nice touch there.
Oklahoma City leading by 3. Paul outside to the left side wing. Here's Dort. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Deflects the pass. The tray. The rebound by Steven Adams.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Dort misses. Suns trail by 5. And Rubio kicks to Johnson. Back to Rubio. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. With 3, Booker. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 6 rebounds here tonight. There's the pass to Dort. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Dort's got the lead up to 8 now for the Thunder.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
No good from Booker.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
And the basket is good. And that's now 10 points for Chris Paul.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Johnson against Gallinari. With 3, Booker. Again, the miss by Booker.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Up again. It's good on the putback. And now it's a 12-point Thunder lead.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Will it go? And Adams sends it back.
Well, so good at anticipating when shots are going to go up. Steven Adams, terrific protecting the basket.
Good. Doris, you and I enjoy discussing pure scorers, great shooters, but guys that can score a myriad of ways. Give us a couple of names that we don't always hear about that really impressed you.
Well, one young man who I think has got got an offensive game that is really continuing to grow and is quite beautiful already as Zach LaVine. But probably the best example, Kev, would have to be the multi-time winner of the Six-Man Award, and that's Sweet Lou Williams. This guy can score against any defense. He's great in pick and roll. He has become a better playmaker, but Lou Williams is a problem to guard.
As people will say, he is a professional scorer.
That's perfect, yes.
Saric checked in for the Suns. 1:30 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Booker. He sinks the 11-footer.
You must respect the in-between game of Devin Booker. So good in the mid-range.
Dort passes to Paul. That one off the back iron and out. Suns trail by 10. For three, Booker, the offensive rebound.
How about the instincts of Dario Saric? Just exceptional at getting those second chance opportunities.
Rubio against Paul. Out to the right wing. Dort passes to Gallinari. Adams right side. Here's Dort. He's covered by Ayton. Just 4 to shoot. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. So it's Phoenix now. Here we go, one-on-one. And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes, Greg, when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
No good from Booker.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from three is not the answer.
Buries it from three-point range.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Free throw good, Booker.
Sometimes picking after number 10 is just fine. The 13th pick in 2016, Devin Booker, one of the brightest young guards in the NBA today.
And Adams with the basket on the assist from Robertson. And the Thunder lead by 13. Pass to Okobo. Takes a three. Drains it from beyond the arc. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Robertson kicks to Diallo. Here's Adams. No good there. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Who else you got playing?
You know, I have a few girls. I have Shakita, I have Hazel, I have Alicia. Sorry, it's a lot of names. Wendy, and then on the WNBA side, myself, of course. And Andrew McCartry, Diamond Shields, and Brittany Griner. And for me, it's like, okay, how can I empower women? Well, let's have women that you see in sports that are.
It's almost time for action here in Oklahoma City. And as the Thunder arrived earlier on, they appeared to be in no mood to show any mercy tonight. And with it, well, guys, great vision. David, thank you. And the starting group for the Spurs. We've got White. DeRozan out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo on front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the small forward. Here's Paul. And he gets it to go from the high post. Clark up front. That's where the game will likely be won or lost in this one.
Great talent, no doubt, on the front lines here. But if for some reason they cancel each other out, then you know where it's going to be decided, in the backcourt with guys about your size, Kevin.
Now, wait a minute.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Murray against Paul. Got a hand on it. Adams outside. Gallinari passes to Adams. Great open look there. Not a fast start here for the Spurs. 6-point game. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Here's Gallinari. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss, where they're knocking these shots down. Boy, everything's pure.
And it's White missing.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
To the inside. Here's Adams, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And he comes up with the deuce.
You know, Murray's game is about putting the ball on the floor, moving without it when he doesn't have it, and driving and keeping pressure on the defense.
Gallinari wide open. The shot misses. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
And Gallinari throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being in mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
Paul dishes to Gallinari, and that one, good. Gallinari's got 6.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Left side Adams. Poeltl with the steal. Here's Murray. Keeps it alive, and it's DeRozan with the extra effort. DeRozan's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Gallinari against DeRozan, and Gallinari kicks to Paul. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Gallinari against DeRozan. Adams, some nice D. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. 10-point lead. Here's Dort. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Dort's got his second bucket.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far. Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That's his first foul. And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Schroeder missing. Spurs trail by 11. Zeller passes to Bellinelli. He kicks to Mills. The Thunder pull it in. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz. Pass to Noel from outside the arc. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Thunder lead by 13. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return.
A lot of people ashamed to talk about it, even myself.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes as public figures can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Muscala is out there with Noel. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Diallo in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Gay. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
Clark, what would your dream backcourt look like? If you were going to design one, what would it look like?
Well, they'd have good size and athleticism, somewhere in that 6'3" to 6'6" range, and the ability to make plays for themselves and others, and also be very solid at the defensive end. You know, you think about some guys that would fit that bill. I look at a guy like Malcolm Brogdon, who really gives it to you in multiple ways as a backcourt player. And I like the scoring of Damian Lillard.
Agreed. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. And Bellinelli kicks to Gay. And the lead is down inside single digits. Gay's got 4 points in the quarter.
This has been Gay's go-to shot throughout his career. I mean, the mid-range he's got wet.
Count it, good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Mills can't hit.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. As a result, they've got a big lead.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Mike Muscala. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Ferguson. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for San Antonio.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket. And, you know, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drummer. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, the Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-ups.
And that one, good. Gaze got it back down to a single-digit deficit for San Antonio.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Count it. We were talking about the mid-range and the post-ups. Those are the strengths of DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, Coach Popovich has been so successful for decades because he always adapts to the strengths of his players. Outstanding coaches do that in every sport. That shot diet might not work for most other teams, but if it fits the Spurs, they'll go old school and make it work for them.
Robertson finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City gets a new shot clock. Adams, the pass to Robertson. Buries the long-range jumper. Robertson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. It's tipped. Here's Forbes. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort. 55 seconds left to play in the first half. Robertson, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. They get it again. Adams misses from close range.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's DeRozan. It's hauled in by Adams. The Thunder leading by 10. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The rebound by the Spurs. Gaze got rebound number 5 here tonight. Inside. And no good. Adams, some nice D.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Here's Gaze. The Thunder pull it in. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
Well, they
oh, he gets it to go. Wow.
It counts.
How about that?
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half right out of the gates, it was Oklahoma City setting the tone. Near flawless execution. Thanks for joining us.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You got to like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. They've got Pirtle. Derek White is out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. Murray, no good. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City.
Boy, the shot repertoire.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Stolen by Walker. Here's Murray. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And it's Gallinari missing. Spurs trail by 17. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Dort passes to Paul. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul. Here's Paul. Buries the 20-footer. Paul's got 6.
Boy, you can see the connection these guys have. They ran the play well. The defense had no idea how to deal with it. Finally get one to drop after starting the half with 4 straight clanks.
Muscala finds Paul. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Back to Gallinari. Pass to Muscala. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Muscala's got his second bucket of the game to go. For 3, Murray. The Spurs rebound. The shot off that time. The Thunder leading by 20. And Paul puts up a deep 3. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
And a quick look at the numbers for DeRozan. Putting up about 22 points per, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. Well, you know that he can put points up in a hurry, and he leads this team in scoring.
Yeah, you know, I think he's got a great sense of how to keep their offense going and being productive. If somebody else is having an off night, then he kind of steps in and fills the gap. You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
Yeah, you know, Mills is one of those energizing players who does a little bit of everything, including finding his open teammates.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Diallo the pass to Muscala. And Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation that time from Pirtle, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Nerlens Noel checks in for the Thunder. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Paul. San Antonio also making some changes. Gay comes in for Lonnie Walker. And it's Bryn Forbes in for White. The shot's good. Muscala's got 6.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Robertson, he's checked in.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
Here's Schroeder. The rebound by the Spurs. Gay's got 6 rebounds in the game. Down low and stolen by Noel. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode. It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
There's the triple. And it's Gay with the rebound. Gay's got 8 rebounds in this game. And Pirtle gets it to go on the assist from DeRozan. Pirtle's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, gotta respect Pirtle's aggressiveness. Putting it on the floor and getting the job done on the drive, that's big time.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That's his first foul. A different look now for San Antonio. Zeller, he's checked in for Jakob Pirtle. And it's Bellinelli in for DeMar DeRozan. Here's Robertson. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the third. And stolen by Robertson. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And So it's the Oklahoma City Thunder holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Back to the action after this word. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here, looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Roberson, and it's George in at the guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Adams' shot is good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
It's 2-on-1. Johnson, that's for two. Offensive rebound. That shot is off. Oklahoma City shooting an efficient 53% from the field. The pass to Roberson. And the dunk by Roberson.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
For San Antonio, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Mark, a big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve their rebounding?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
Adams, right side. Passes it to Dort. Launches it. Good on the triple.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Both teams deciding to change it up. They get a hand on it. Hall picks up the loose ball, but he was in the backcourt. They'll give it up.
In the second half, they haven't taken care of the basketball. Simply put, more turnovers now that could hurt them later.
Samanic passes to White to halt the run, and Adams sends it back. Here's Dort, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And taken away by Paul. Throws it up high. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. White, wide open. He fires. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
The shot by Bellinelli. No good. The Thunder have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst.
How about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Yeah, right. I don't know how much weight that carries, Kevin.
Gallinari with the steal. Pass to Dort. 16 feet away. The shot that time, not on target. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Ball's knocked loose. White the pass to Medu. To the middle. Back to Bellinelli. Outside, White. To end the drought. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Thunder.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Gallinari.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Diallo the pass to George. And he dunks it down.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Baisley passes to Diallo. Here's Nader. Kept alive. Gallinari can't cash in from close range.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Baisley, good.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
Poked away. Here's Nader. Tries again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Good on the second free throw. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep three-point range, off target with that shot. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks, for
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Well, awesome. I know you're also involved in Gamer.vote. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so Gamer.vote, I think it's amazing because as gamers, we make up about 136 million plus gamers in the world, right? That's a lot of people, right? And right now, with everything we're facing,
deep in the heart of Texas. Welcome, everyone, to Noche NBA. A Latin theme is the GA. It's all yours.
Well, guys,
a proud franchise. Thank you, David. And in tonight's game, pride definitely brought at stake when you were with the Spurs or any of the teams. Talk about some of the epic conference rivalries you played in.
Well, I always go back to playing against the Phoenix Suns in the 7 seconds or less Steve Nash-led teams, along with Amari Stoudemire, and what Mike D'Antoni was introducing to the game back in 2005, 2006. Which, by the way, Kevin, everybody's doing now.
Right.
Yeah. But the tremendous talent on the court at that time, tremendous disparity in style of play, and watching Steve Nash during MVP years trying to conduct his team against the vaunted Spurs. Fantastic, incredibly competitive match.
And a lot of speed. I mean, it was eye-opening to watch.
And it was the Spurs trying to catch up. So how are we going to do the Rock'em Sock'em game against the 7 seconds or less? We kind of took care of it.
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for San Antonio, they've got DeJounte Murray. Jakob Poeltl out there with DeRozan. Then there's Derek White. And it's Walker in at the 3. Here's Poeltl after Mikal Bridges' bucket. Poeltl kicks to Walker. San Antonio again turning it over. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
Man, felt like they probably would have won if they weren't saddled with all that foul trouble. They had to piece together some makeshift lineups late in that game. That might have cost them.
Now, here's Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin, you got to look at where did he also impact the game? It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
White against Booker. Shot clock at 5. Rubio against Pirtle. And the basket by Rubio.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Pirtle trying to get open. Murray, no good.
I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
Rubio against White. Goes up to the stripe, and the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got his second basket of the game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That is his first foul of the game. The Spurs making a switch here. Gay's checked in to stop the run, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Ayton.
And guys, I think he's starting to feel the wear and tear of the season a little bit. That comes across in his rebounding numbers. They've dropped off this month. He needs that second win, and no doubt he'll get it soon.
Rubio the pass to Booker. Here's Ayton. White covering. Ayton dishes to Bridges. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Look at all the coaching changes that the Suns have had through the years, and some of these young players have heard a lot of voices. 7 in the last 8 years, and the team's performance has shown that kind of inconsistency with up and down seasons.
Now here's Booker. 29 points for him last game against Portland.
But what helps that out a lot is he got to the free throw line, which was a real game changer. It slowed down the opposition's momentum and made them play to his team style.
Here's Rubio. 6-point lead. Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. And all the system changes have really affected the Suns scouting department.
Really difficult to fill out a roster when you've got coaching changes and philosophies that come about, and some guys simply just don't fit. So maybe they settle in here, find the right guys to do the right things, and get themselves back into the playoffs.
Mills finds Zeller. Back to Mills. And there's the pass to Gay. Zeller inside, covered by Sharch. A nice shot by Zeller.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
A nice shot by Booker.
Such a creative scorer as Devin Booker. Look at him just checking out the options and scoring that time.
Gay outside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Here's a look at the stats for Devin Booker. His last 10 games have been exceptional, putting up about 24 points per, 8 assists and 4 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And for the Suns, Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Sharch. Johnson comes in for Mikal Bridges. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Devin Booker. Up again. The rebound by Johnson. Suns leading by 9. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. He gets it in there. And that's now 6 points for Ricky Rubio.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Pass to Kaminsky. Back to Rubio. And the layup's good off the glass. Rubio's got 8 points.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And so it's Phoenix. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we'll be back with you shortly. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Bolanos. And guys, the Suns pretty much in control here.
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Johnson is out there with Frank Kaminsky. Then it's Aaron Baines. Then there's Carter. And it's Jerome in at the 1. Phoenix leading by 9. Carter, the pass to Kaminsky. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one, and that will be the third of 5 straight played at home. Here's Carter. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passes.
Johnson over to help. Here's Mills. The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0", and that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
And Brett, with the corner 3 being such a popular shot, should we consider widening the court, making it all feel the same?
That's an interesting question, Kevin. There's been some talk around the idea of actually dissipating that three-point line into the sideline.
Yes.
And I really just wanted to say dissipating, by the way.
Well, and you said it well.
The other thing, Kevin, that has been considered, what if we went back to skinnying up the lane line, back to the original George Mikan days of the lane being 6 feet wide rather than what we see today at 12 feet? That would put a ton more value on post-up and two-point play. Almost so much as the three-point shot and the two-point shot in the post equate to the same amount of points per possession.
Yeah. Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Yep, that one goes. Johnson's got 5.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Here's Jerome. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Walker, great touch on the 16-footer.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
I don't think he sees any kind of defense when he's at that range. It doesn't matter who's guarding him.
And the shot is long.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Bellinelli finds Gay. Now here's Walker from deep. Zeller passes to Walker. On the wing, Bellinelli. He had 16 points in the win against Dallas. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Walker's shot is off. And here are the Suns now. They're on a 13-5 run. And it's in there. That's 7 points for Johnson.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Here's Baines. And the call. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg. He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor. Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Carter against Bellinelli. Carter, the pass to Jerome. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. The Suns, number 1.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Tyler Zeller. DeRozan comes in for Walker. White is checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And Murray's subbed in for Bryn Forbes. And Derek White picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Mills, he's checked in for San Antonio. Booker against DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. That's good from Booker on the assist from Rubio. Booker's got 9 points.
Such a lovely stroke there from Devin Booker. He's a go-to scorer. And a nice shot there from distance. That's more like it, rounding into form after a very, very difficult first quarter.
And Poeltl pulls it down. And DeRozan, here we go. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. And getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And so it's Phoenix.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Phoenix had no problems getting going. They did it just the way it was drawn up in the locker room. And that...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You've got to like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for San Antonio, DeJounte Murray is out there with Derek White. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. And it's Walker in at the small forward. Puts it up from 12. The shot, no good. Now the Suns take it the other way. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. It'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Pulls up. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker.
Let's take a look at Ricky Rubio. Some stats on him. He's been on a tear since the All-Star break, going really to another level. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 10 assists, and almost 2.5 steals. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he is in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
Passes it to Booker. Kicks it out to Rubio. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. When certain players make everyone around them better. Talk about some of those guys who will do that at the very highest level.
The interesting thing about today's game, Kevin, is it's not always the point guard position. I think in the past we thought two ways. The point guard, who has the ball in his hands, finding guys for them to make shots. And then through the 80s and 90s, it was low-post players who were getting double teams and initiating some offense. Nowadays, it's a lot of wing guys. And it's guys like Kawhi Leonard, it's guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, throw Draymond Green in there with his ability to pass the ball, Jokic in there with his ability to pass the ball. It's all happening around the three-point line and getting into the gaps. So they look a little bit different, the initiators, in today's game.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
The putback, it's good on the putback.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The drive by Booker. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got his 4th assist in this one.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Saric against DeRozan. Some solid defense from Saric.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year combo from the get-go, is available, you have to take it. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
Here's Booker, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
Every shot in his arsenal, Devin Booker, is pretty impressive. He can shoot it from deep. He moves well without the basketball. He can create with others. He is a young offensive force and is an interesting player to watch in terms of what develops next.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Rudy Gay's checked in for Bellinelli. Bryn Forbes comes in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for Murray. Jerome passes to Bridges. Here's Jerome, covered by Mills. Phoenix, no good that time either. And Brent, with Booker, the ball handling and creativity he has puts him among the elite guards in the league.
You wonder if Phoenix can find a way to get some more talent around Devin Booker. What happens when all of the attention is not on him? He's already proven he's a great scorer. Where else can he go?
There's a minute left to play in the third. Shoots from the high post, and that's good for 2. DeRozan's got 12 in the game.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Down low, and stolen by Gay. Poeltl finds DeRozan. The 3 from Mills. Knocked loose.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Pass to Pirtle. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's DeRozan. It's hauled in by the Suns. The feed to Baines. Banked in off the glass. Baines has got his second basket.
Now Booker is a special offensive player, can score, and starting to show his playmaking. A terrific movement off of the dead ball situation, and a great play to get the bucket.
Carter outside. Misses. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Suns lead by 17. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Setting the floor for the Suns, Johnson and Saric are the 3 and the 4. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Baines in at the 5. Knocks it loose. Mills with the steal. Here's Pirtle. Saric grabs the board. Saric has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Booker. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Booker's got 15 points here in the second half.
Every time he gets going like this, Kevin, somebody's going to talk about that 70-point game he had in Boston. It's not going to be me.
Here is Forbes, defended by Booker. Forbes can't get it to go. Phoenix leading by 21. And Booker kicks to Rubio. Jacks up a 3. And Booker is good for 3. Booker's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Back to Gay. Spurs passing it around. And the pass to Mills. 5 to shoot. Back to Gay. They need this. A new 14-second shot clock for San Antonio.
Love seeing Pirtle attack the glass, especially when he goes for the putback jam.
Booker looking around. Now here's Rubio, covered by Mills. Pass to Baines. There's the dish to Booker. And the 3 off target.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Mills. He's guarded closely. On the wing, DeRozan. Back to Mills. Shoots over Rubio. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Well, he's a serious catch-and-shoot threat really every time down the floor. Mills has to be accounted for by the defense.
Passes to Booker. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Beyond the arc. Knocked loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. And the Spurs with some changes. Walker's checked in for DeRozan. White comes in for Bryn Forbes. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. Ayton, he's checked in for Phoenix. Bridges comes in for Johnson. For 3, Murray nailed from three-point land.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Rubio in the corner. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Right wing, pass to Booker. Booker's got 29.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Suns.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And they're going to bring this season series to an end with a very nice victory here today. These teams spent a lot of time on the floor together this year.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Devin Booker.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Saric, good, and a nice assist from Booker.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And Ayton stays with it.
You know, if Ayton continues to play with that kind of effort, possession by possession, he's a real tough cover.
Murray, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Rejected by Walker. Murray surveying the D. Here's Gay, and he lays it straight in.
That's too easy. A player of Rudy Gay's scoring prowess salivating on shots like that.
And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one to come into an opponent's building and
body fluid and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
You know how they say you don't miss something until it's gone? Thankfully, the wait is over. Because it's all back. Well, with a slight twist. It's the game you love, like we've never seen it before.
A view of I-40 and a quick look here at some of the numbers for Ayton.
And guys, I think he's starting to feel the wear and tear of the season a little bit. That comes across in his rebounding numbers. They dropped off this month. He needs that second win, and no doubt he'll get it soon.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. Here's Booker. We're looking forward to the center matchup tonight, Doris. What do you expect to see from these guys inside?
Well, I think there's a requisite physicality in there, certainly. At the same time, there are greater demands on big men, Kevin, than we have ever seen before. Yes, they have to be rim protectors. Yes, they have to control the paint. But now those bigs are asked to defend in space, to guard on the perimeter. Kevin, you know this. That's a tall task.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Gallinari, and it goes down 2 points.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other. All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Plays it up and banks it in.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
Suns have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Booker kicks to Bridges. No good from Booker.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
It's good.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Suns still looking like they're getting going here. 6-point game. Their last encounter was in Phoenix.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
Yeah, some of their starters had to take an early seat on the bench, and that ruined the rhythm and flow they were trying to establish. Well, if it's possible for a #1 overall pick to go under the radar, then I think that's what you'd say about DeAndre Ayton last year. Doncic stole the headline, certainly, but DeAndre Ayton had a big-time start to his career.
Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 28-point game against Utah.
I love that he sacrificed his body over and over. His persistence in getting to the free throw line really paid off for them.
Here's Booker, following the basket by Chris Paul.
Well, so good at anticipating when shots are going to go up. Steven Adams, terrific protecting the basket.
And the numbers that Ayton put up as a rookie, very impressive.
Well, DeAndre Ayton said the lack of attention didn't bother him at all. This guy showed he can be a focal point on both ends, and he's only going to get better with more repetition. Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Here's Paul. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That is his first foul of the game. Nerlens Noel checks in for the Thunder. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And then for Phoenix, Aaron Baines. He's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Saric comes in for Johnson. And it's Carter in for Devin Booker.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to Saric. And stolen by Noel. Adams outside. Paul for 3. Carter pulls it in. Suns trail by 10. Here's Bridges. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Here's Paul. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. Saric, that's good.
Boy, what determination from Dario Saric. So good at being aggressive around the rim.
Break for the Phoenix Suns with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought. There is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Pass to Baines. Five on the clock. Rubio against Schroeder. Rubio misses.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Rubio outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Wow, really good aggressiveness by Rubio. A key we talk about, getting to the free throw line.
That one is no good. The Thunder leading by 9. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit, Greg, for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And so it's Oklahoma City. Their lead. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen the Thunder really take control here.
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Thunder 5 right now. Mike Muscala out there with Nerlens Noel. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Ferguson in at the small forward. He misses the free throw. If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now, because we can go back in history and the names are endless, but who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. This is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
For Phoenix, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for Noel. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Suns trail by 9. Booker left side. Now the pass to Baines. Got a piece of it. Suns moving the ball around for 3. Booker, second shot opportunity. Shots good by Baines.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Greg, you have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Now here's Diallo. Robertson the pass to Muscala. Here's Ferguson. The rebound by Johnson.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Booker finds Rubio. From deep three-point range, yep, it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Devin Booker.
How about that? Impressive range from Devin Booker. Tremendous touch.
Ayton, he's checked in for the Suns. Carter comes in for Ricky Rubio. On the wing, Robertson. Gallinari. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Suns trail by 6. Here's Booker. Happy to see that one go in. He's shooting 4 for 10 with that basket.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Hall's checked in. And for the Suns, Frank Kaminsky comes in for Saric. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Johnson. Gallinari dishes to Robertson. They get the rebound. Got a piece of it.
That's an encouraging sign for sure. Boy, when DeAndre Ayton is hustling and focused, he can send it back with the best of them.
It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Kaminsky.
Well, as soon as you recognize a size mismatch, you have to attack.
Back to Muscala. Gallinari left side. Over Kaminsky. The Thunder with another miss.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Booker outside. Over Robertson. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Pass to Bridges. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And Paul gets it to go in. Paul's got 6.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Carter outside. But they recover it. And here's Booker from the arc. Rebound by Muscala. Muscala's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Paul. He doesn't hit that one. The Suns go the other way with it. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
I love the attacking mentality right there of DeAndre Ayton. Nice drive.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. A nice shot by Gallinari.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
This is the kind of damage DeAndre Ayton can do if he gets the right positioning. Nicely done.
Here's Dort. He's covered by Ayton. Muscala. It's hauled in by the Suns.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
And a close game so far through the first. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Right out of the gates, it was Oklahoma City setting the tone. Their mission to dominate early. Thanks for joining.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Gallinari, what a contribution.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
On the court for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Ayton. And it's Bridges in at the 3.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that. But that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
And George gets it to go.
And you got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
And for the Thunder, one of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
The drive by Rubio. A new 14 for the Suns. Ayton kicks to Booker. To stop the run, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Doris, as you always say, there is a grace in handling wins and losses in this game, isn't there?
You know what, Kevin? There's an old saying that winning and losing losing are imposters, that it's everything to do with how you react to constant learning and growing experiences. And listen, everybody wants to win, but can you experience losing with grace and dignity? Can you embrace the joy of pure competition? To me, that's one of the beautiful things about the NBA. Men handle heartbreak and joy and set an example for the next generation. It's beautiful.
Here's Baines. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Johnson outside from downtown, and it's Noel with the rebound.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Schroeder, and it's Phoenix with the rebound. Jerome, good. Jerome's got his first bucket of the night.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Carter, he's checked in for Phoenix. Suns trail by 7. Here's Jerome. No good on the 3.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
Here's Schroeder. A three-pointer is right on target. Schroeder's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you have to at least honor the long ball from Dennis Schroeder. He is more than capable from that distance.
The shot by Sharge, no good. Here's Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Carter outside. Pass to Sharge. Johnson outside. Lets it go from deep. The Thunder pull it in. Noel's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Diallo kicks to Noel. Stolen by Carter. Over to the left wing. Here's Sharge. He feeds it to Baines. The shot, no good. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Here's Noel. Carter pulls it in. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Suns. Down by 12.
At his size, Dario Saric can see the floor, and he knows how to put it on time and on target.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Peter passes to Diallo. He dishes it to Noel. Back to Diallo. Yep, it counts. Diallo's got the lead up to 12 now for the Thunder.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Muscala, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Sharge passes to Baines. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Shot from the wing. They get it back. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Thunder lead by 14.
Don't you love how Noel just sticks with it? Never gives up on the possession, working really hard for his guys.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Sharge finds Booker. Fires for 3. The Thunder pull it in. Muscala with the ball. Ferguson for 3. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that.
And so it's Oklahoma City with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We'll return shortly. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Schroeder and Gilgeous-Alexander, they're up in the backcourt. Nerlens Noel is out there with Mike Muscala. And it's Gallinari in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. It's up a 3. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton. Ball check in for Oklahoma City. Knocked away. The 3 bangs home the trifecta.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Booker outside. Fires the 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
How about the competitor answering? Mr. Booker put it back with a three-point answer.
Launches a 3. The shot by Paul, no good. Suns trail by 14. The drive by Booker. It was such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
The Thunder with another miss. Suns trail by 12 to the right side. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And right there you see Devin Booker's feel for the game. This guy knows exactly when to give it up.
Here's Dort, and he's fouled pretty hard on that. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I had a chance to listen to what Monty Williams discussed with his players. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Misses off the left iron. Kicks it to Noel. Paul, no one around him. Knocks down the 3-ball. And the Thunder lead by 17.
Wow, look at the way the big man, Noel, set up his guys, puts the pass in the perfect position, easy shot.
Here's Carter, and the rejection by Noel. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. Oklahoma City moving it around. Kaminsky finds Booker to the inside. Ayton with it. Gallinari covering. Here's Jerome. Paul with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Out to the wing. Here's Dort. And a miss there on the triple. Suns trail by 17. Carter with the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Gallinari's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Thunder.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Chris Paul.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker. I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And Doris, hard to find many arenas that have a better home court advantage than Oklahoma City.
Greg, it is the only show in Oklahoma City, and this arena gets loud. The fans come out every game. There is no doubting this is one of the best arenas in the NBA.
Baisley passes to Schroeder for three. Offensive rebound. Passes it to Baisley. Tries again. Here's Adams, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt, GA. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Okobo. His three-pointer's off the mark. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
They get it back, and Adams kicks to Robertson. There's the pass to Schroeder. Goes back up. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. From deep, deflected by Robertson.
The defense from Andre Robertson is nothing short of sensational.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
last couple of weeks, we've been talking with community members as well as 2K devs about NBA 2K21. Woo woo!
We've been asking the community members about what they're excited for with the new game.
As well as devs and asking them what we can expect. And here at 2K TV, we bring together the NBA 2K community as well as the
land of the free.
Hello and thanks for joining. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Oklahoma City, if the playoffs started today, they'd hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that. And, of course, the San Antonio Spurs, not really any threat right now as their record's showing a lot more losses.
I mean, you know, right now for San Antonio, they've got to make some changes at the end of the season. That much is clear. Not sure whether that goes for the coaches or the players or both, but something has got to change.
For me, the decision makers have a lot of tough choices to make. They also need to look in the mirror because they're the ones who assembled this team.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the small forward position. And for San Antonio, they've got Poeltl. White is out there with DeJounte Murray. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the 3 spot. Smitty, we have a good rivalry game tonight with 2 conference foes. This should be a beauty.
Yes, indeed. I think the fans feel it, the coaches feel it, us as announcers, we feel it. The atmosphere is going to be great.
It is indeed. For 3, Murray, 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
What vision from Poeltl, getting the pass over to the wide open man.
Adams against Poeltl. To Paul. The pass to Adams. To the paint. Poeltl with the steal. Here's Walker. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And he's got his first free throw of the game. And that one misses. He doesn't get the second one.
And you look at all the under-the-radar prospects that have found success with the Spurs. How do they keep hitting on all these players other teams have missed?
They do a great job with their player development. They also do a great job identifying players with great character. They have guys who work extremely hard. They have great coaching, and they teach. But more importantly, what they do, GA, they give you confidence. And that's where I think the Spurs separate from other organizations. And over the years, Chris has really honed in on making the 3-point shot, understands how important it is.
White, left side. Poeltl against Adams. Here's DeRozan. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
That's just too easy. DeMar getting the shot he wants and where he wants.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Rudy Gay's checked in for San Antonio. Now, here is Gallinari. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Utah. And Poeltl sends it back.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Poeltl. Oh. Wow, you knew that DeRozan has that in him. Didn't think he'd pull it off in a game, though.
Gallinari right side. From 10 feet out. Rebound San Antonio. Here's DeRozan. He nails it, and we're tied up. DeRozan's got 6.
That's 3 out of 4 now, and you can see his confidence already building.
Doubled by Murray. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
Murray kicks to Gay. Inside. Here's Poeltl, and the dunk by Poeltl.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Some players never recover from a torn Achilles. Rudy Gay has come back, and as good as ever, still one of the most productive small forwards we have in the league.
They now take the lead. White's got his second basket of the night.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Second shot opportunity, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, easy call.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. And Steve, the size and athleticism of Gay has always set him apart at that small forward position.
He's able to make something out of nothing, playing over the top most of the time of his defender. He is dangerous.
Shots good by Mills.
And this is where Mills kills you. Tremendous range.
Adams, the pass to Ferguson. Noel dishes to Adams, and stolen by Zeller. To the paint. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
A talented, versatile player who has been on a few teams. Rudy Gay is still going.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Muscala's checked in.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Boy, both teams racking up the points to start this game.
And you wonder how long they can keep it going. At some point, you expect the defense will adjust.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
Schroeder has speed to burn, but also has a great feel for finding angles to convert on the drive.
Here is Forbes. Lets it go with a 3. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Spurs lead. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Spurs, Rudy Gay is out there with Zeller. Then there's Bellinelli, and it's Mills, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. The Spurs shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
And as the Spurs enter a new era, Patty Mills providing that carryover from their championship pass.
Yes, he's taking on a big leadership role. The feisty little guard willing to speak up and teach the younger players the Spurs way of doing things.
Greg last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a 6-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
Here's Ferguson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
That'll be a 5-second call. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for DeRozan.
And he's fallen out of favor a little bit in their offense, at least compared to how he was being used earlier in the season. His usage percentage is down over the past 5 games. Maybe he'll be more involved here tonight.
Here's Ferguson. Schroeder with the ball. This one for 3. Zeller grabs the board. Schroeder against Gay. And it's blocked. And he recovers it. Passes it to Noel. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Noel's got 4 points this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Kicks to Schroeder. On the wing, Robertson. Muscala controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And now a 3-point Thunder lead.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
I like Rudy Gay on that play, being very aggressive and showing people how to get it done.
Now here is Muscala. It doesn't go for him.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
Shots good by Gay. Smitty, I heard this the other day, letting a player stay in the game after his 6th foul, but granting an extra free throw to the other team. What do you think of that?
Kevin, that's crazy. I mean, no way.
I knew you'd say that. I knew you would say that.
I do summer league games, and I watched this 10 fouls. There's no way we could have had that many fouls when I played. We have to keep it at 6 foul, and you're out.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Zeller. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Rudy Gay. Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills.
Using that size in the mid-range, Shea can get this shot anytime he wants.
Pass to Poeltl. Left side, DeRozan. Takes it off the glass. DeRozan's got 8 points.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Here's Schroeder. They grabbed their own miss.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Now, here is Muscala, following the miss by DeRozan. Schroeder finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Murray, good.
From the moment when he sticks his foot in the ground and puts his head down, DeJounte Murray is explosive and fast.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
To the wing right side. Baseline Jay on the way. That one goes. Count it. And now it's a 3-point San Antonio lead. Schroeder kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's Noel. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Majority of the night, they were in attack mode. Tremendous effort all the way around.
Here's Robertson following the 3-pointer by San Antonio. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 this quarter.
This is the challenge. Shea can be an all-star if he can consistently hit jump shots.
Here's Murray. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. And the Spurs lead by 6.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The shot's good from Robertson. To the inside. Here's Poeltl. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim. High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, a pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. They were able to squeeze ahead.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been quite a game for DeJounte Murray.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Taking a look at the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. San Antonio leading, and there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That'll be his second foul of the game. DeRozan against Gallinari. Murray for three.
Good D by Gallinari. Has a good combination of size and instincts. Can guard various positions for you.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Adams. For the tie. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
Diallo, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul passes to Diallo over White. And it doesn't even draw iron.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
And so here is Oklahoma City after the basket by San Antonio. Adams. DeRozan with the rebound. Left side Walker. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback. Pirtle's got the lead up to 6 now for San Antonio.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And Adams with the slam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Wide open look here for Murray. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Murray's got 11 points.
That's a money shot from Murray. I like the improvements he's made to his mechanics. Over time, it should start to feel more natural.
Now here's Paul. He has 5. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Ferguson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. It's blocked. Here's White. Thunder with the rebound. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's Gallinari. Lays it up off the glass. Gallinari's got his second bucket.
And I like this. Don't settle for the jumper. Attack off the dribble. Use your skill to finish. Excellent play by Gallinari.
Diallo kicks to Gallinari. Paul passes to Gallinari. Over Gay. And it's Gallinari missing.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over-eager.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Such a good all-around score. It's hard to defend Rudy without over-committing.
At the line for 2. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Thunder. 4-point game. Pass to Gallinari. And Gallinari throws it down.
The eyes of Chris Paul. He's always had tremendous vision.
Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Friday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Sunday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards.
And with the way they've been able to march right along in this season lately, I think they should be able to keep things going in this next stretch. Just come out with the same energy and discipline, and you should have some wins.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
Ferguson kicks to Paul. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
And the Spurs with some changes. Acapurdo comes in for Tyler Zeller. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Bellinelli. The Thunder also changing it up. Nerlens Noel checks in for Adams. Mike Muscala comes in for Gallinari. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Diallo. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Thunder.
And one of the game's best free throw shooters. It's a shame that Patty almost never gets to the line.
And just using the natural advantage he has, he can see over the top of the defense.
And let's also add, he has touch from there. That's a solid shot for him.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 8. Here's Noel. Sweet little floater. Noel's got 6.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Gay, and finished off by Gay. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Muscala finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Got that bucket in no time at all. He's got 10.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Mills passes to Gay. Here is Forbes. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Down low, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Impressive night for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, scoring and doing it in a variety of ways.
Back to Muscala. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Now it's a 5-point Oklahoma City lead. Mills, that's a 2-pointer, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Thunder lead by 5. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got DeRozan, Acapurdo up there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Murray, and it's Forbes in at the 2 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Dort misses. Spurs trail by 5. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's DeRozan. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Well within striking range. Now is when you have to lock in at both ends.
Murray surveying the D. He shoots again, and it's laid up and in by DeRozan. DeRozan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Did you see the height he got on his vertical? I would love to see DeMar DeRozan hit the offensive glass more often.
Now here's Schroeder. Dish now to Muscala, and out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. Gallinari, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Spurs have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Out to the right wing. Here's Walker. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
An underrated shooter. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander hit 40% from range at Kentucky.
Here's Walker with the 3. That shot off the mark. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. Here's Dort. DeRozan defending. Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. No good from outside. Spurs trail by 4. Noel with it. Out guarded by Murray. And it's Gallinari missing. It's DeRozan with the drive. And the dunk by DeRozan.
That's what I like to see from DeMar DeRozan. He isn't settling for a jumper. He is going to the rim today. Well, this is where he's inconsistent, and that can slow down your team's momentum.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. DeRozan's got it all tied up now for San Antonio. The pass to Schroeder for Murray. That's tipped.
So quick off the floor, Murray can afford to wait until the shooter commits.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Getting into the paint, drawing contact, that's a focal point for Gallinari.
Gallinari hits them both.
Tight ball game. Who do you want at the charity stripe? This guy.
Here's DeRozan. Down and drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
Loaded up with a lot of confidence. DeMar DeRozan can be a big-time performer.
Clearly a foul.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
One of the most vocal players in this league, CP3, is known as a tremendous leader.
And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Here's Adams. And Pirtle sends it back. Now, here's DeRozan. He's covered closely. That's no good. Miss number 5 against 14 makes. From deep, Gallinari making 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Only certain guys have the temperament to take this shot. Gallinari, one of them.
They get a hand on it. 58 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Paul. It's in!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Murray for 3. It's hauled in by Adams. And here are the Thunder now. Paul, right side. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And Gallinari kicks the ball. Over Walker. That one a little long. A big-time possession here.
Yeah, and their hearts must be going 100 miles an hour right now.
I mean, that's a nice find by Murray. He has the height to see the floor, and his awareness continues to grow.
Paul dishes to Gallinari. Paul against Murray. Paul passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. The offensive rebound, and it's Gallinari on the follow. And the Thunder lead by 4.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
The drive by Paul. Passes it to Gallinari. From deep three-point range, can't connect. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take.
lower body fluid, and goaltend. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
I bet you're all wondering the same thing. What is NBA 2K21 all about, both current gen and next gen?
So we're going directly to the developers to ask.
Gameplay director Mike Wang joins us here on 2K TV. Mike, how are you?
Hey, it's great to see you guys.
How has development been staying at home during this tough?
Good. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Spurs. It's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away. And, of course, there's the Suns. They're just sitting one spot down right on their heels.
And I think for the Suns, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
You know, maybe they'd like to forget it, but there are lessons to take from it as well. I mean, the mistakes they've made this year can't be repeated if they want to get a taste of the postseason anytime soon.
And the starting group for the Spurs, they've got Pirtle. White is out there with Murray. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the small forward. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Andre Ayton out there with Johnson. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Johnson, following the miss by DeRozan. Pass to Booker. Conference rivals in this one, Clark. Does that matter as much as people think, or is it just another game?
I still think it matters to the players. I mean, they're a little less emotional now, rivalries. They're not as heated, a little more practical. I think it's mostly about making the playoffs and where you're seated.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's White. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Oh, that's a terrific pass. Ayton, with the advanced skill level, he's just going to get better with time.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Back to Rubio. Walker against Bridges. Rubio with it. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
And his passing also off the charts in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in.
Now here is Poeltl. And the dunk by Poeltl.
Hey, look at Poeltl. Making it look easy, dropping the hammer down on the defense.
Bridges kicks to Rubio. Suns moving the ball around. Bridges against Walker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Booker. San Antonio with the rebound. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
Now here's White. Devin Booker missing his last shot. And it's White missing. Well, Clark, underrated athleticism for Derek White. For a 6'4" guard, he can finish above the rim.
And not only that, guys, but he also blocks shots. I mean, coming out of college, he and #1 pick Markelle Fultz, the only players in the Pac-12 that rank top 10 in scoring, assists, and blocks. That's a heck of a triple.
Here's Murray. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Here's DeRozan and taken away by Johnson. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And the Suns making a change here. Saric is checked in. San Antonio also making some changes. Rudy Gay's checked in for Lonnie Walker. Bryn Forbes comes in for White. It's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Bridges shot. Good.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
That one good for 2.
Boy, really like the rhythm and pace that DeRozan plays with. I mean, on these catch and shoots, really showing you nice poise and pace.
Now here's Booker. 29 points for him last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
Here's Booker. They lead by 7. For 3, Bridges. And it's Gay with the rebound. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
Boy, I tell you, DeRozan puts so much pressure on the defense, he practically forces guys to foul.
Zeller, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. That one falls, so he hits both of them. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the first. Jerome passes to Saric. Now here's Kaminsky. He's covered by Gay. To the middle. Here's Jerome. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now here is Carter. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Phoenix heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap it. And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. They've got Bellinelli. Rudy Gay is out there with Zeller, and it's Mills, and it's Forbes in at the 2-spot. And the basket by Kaminsky.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And, you know, guys, the Spurs team dinners, the stuff of legends, just building camaraderie and getting to know one another and being orchestrated with care by head coach Greg Popovich. They enjoyed the finest restaurants and great food and drink, but the fellowship and camaraderie, probably the most important part of those dinner gatherings.
Here's Gay, and it's Phoenix with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Jerome, good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Clark, the act of getting dinner, sitting down to a meal. As a team, it brings people together.
It really does, guys. I can't overstate it. When you get a chance to know your teammates off the court, it adds to your ability to play for them on the court. It can't always be just about grind, grind, grind. There has to be some compassion, some caring, some understanding, and sometimes the best places to do that are at restaurants with good food and good drink.
Out left of the wing, here's Baines. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shot for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Suns leading by 12. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Johnson, he's checked in for Phoenix. The Spurs also with the sub. Murray's checked in for Patty Mills. Well, with the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin, based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. Actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs.
I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you. As long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can, I think that's a good point.
And so here's Phoenix after the basket by San Antonio.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here is Forbes. Frank Kaminsky making his last shot from past the arc. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Suns lead by 13. Here's Baines, and he jams it with authority.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Here is Forbes. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Murray with it, and it's Carter picking him up. Murray, no good. For Phoenix, they've gone a superb 7 of 7 from the field here in the second. Baines passes to Jerome. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Buries it from three-point range. Carter's got 5 points so far.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Johnson over to help. It's stolen by Carter. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance for the 3. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Johnson.
And and the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open three.
Murray, good.
You know, that's a shot some teams are willing to give Murray. The more he knocks it down, the more dangerous he'll become.
Here's Jerome. He's covered by Murray. Back to Carter. Shoots it. That one wide left.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Murray. He can't get it to go. So Phoenix will take it the other way. They beat the Spurs during their last encounter in San Antonio.
Yeah, it was a narrow win. But at that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
You know, whether it was their smart play or a few whistles that perhaps could have gone either way, when games are tight, every decision becomes more magnified.
Gay scanning before. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Boy, Murray's court vision very sharp, and he's unselfish too. You love seeing that combination.
Here's Jerome. And so it's the Phoenix Suns.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Jones. Out in front at the half is Phoenix. They are way out in front, leading by 7. And that'll do it for...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Spurs trail by 17. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the center, filling out the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
Well, I tell you what, that's a sight for sore eyes to see Murray connecting from distance, because when he's doing that, it really opens things up for him, because we know he can get to the basket.
And it's the Spurs ball.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young, he still has a very bright future.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Sharge checked in for Phoenix. Mills, he's checked in for San Antonio. And Murray winning second team all-defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
Now Walker, after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer. Here's Mills. Good D by Rubio.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
That's good from Booker on the assist from Bridges. 7 points for Devin Booker.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now, here's Rubio. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Sharge passes to Rubio. Booker against Walker. Inside. And Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation that time from Pirtle, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that. Only 20% from the field to start this half. To me, it looks like their opponent may have made some nice adjustments.
And padding that field goal percentage, just hard to stop Ayton when he gets the ball that deep.
Took him no time at all on that one. DeRozan's got 6 points.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Here's Bridges. He has 6. Ayton at the elbow. Clock at 6. And Saric kicks to Rubio. Hits it from three-point range. And the Suns lead by 19.
On the finishing end of the catch and shoot, Rubio trying to become a better all-around scorer.
Stolen by Rubio. The drive by Booker. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Rudy Gay's checked in for the Spurs. Bryn Forbes comes in for Derek White.
Check out the body control from DeRozan there, guys. I mean, clearly there's contact, but it's almost impossible to affect his shot.
Baines. And it's Gay with the rebound.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions. You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Suns leading by 17. Booker outside. Offensive rebound. Saric finds Booker. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Carter. And he finishes nicely on the layup. He's got 10.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Suns have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Kaminsky is checked in for Phoenix. Johnson comes in for Carter. Murray's checked in for the Spurs. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
DeJounte Murray played just one season at the University of Washington. He grew up in Seattle and went to Rainier Beach High School. It's actually the same high school that produced Jamal Crawford. And as a matter of fact, a lot of good players have come out of the Emerald City.
The Suns making a switch here. Rubio's checked in, and DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Suns have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. And he makes both free throws. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Trailing by 19. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Count that one. Forbes has got his first 2 points of the night. For Phoenix, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. It's tipped and stolen by Gay. Here is Forbes, defended by Booker, and the layup's good off the glass. Forbes has got his second bucket of the game to go. Now Booker. Johnson for 3, and that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. And so it's Phoenix. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for San Antonio, DeRozan out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Then there's Murray. And it's Forbes in at the 2-guard spot. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Suns.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Now here's Gay, and then Gay with the dunk.
Gay, an outstanding player, finishing with power. Doesn't get any easier than that.
Suns leading by 16. The drive by Booker. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. And that's 13 points for Devin Booker. Outside DeRozan. From deep. They grabbed their own miss.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
They've shared the load offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Good work there as it goes.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Booker with no one around. No good on the triple.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Just such strength on these finishes. When you foul Ayton, you really have to hit him to prevent the basket.
Walker's checked in for San Antonio. Derek White comes in for Bryn Forbes. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
Now here's Ayton. That one drops for him. And the Suns lead by 19.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Murray the pass to Gay. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. Saric attacking. That one goes in.
Saric doing a nice job slashing to the basket with real ease there at 6'10". He moves quite well.
For three, Murray. And no good that time. Suns leading by 21. Here's Ayton. Rebound San Antonio. Gay's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Walker. And finished off by Walker.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Banked in off the glass.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
Pass to Ayton. Birtle with the double team. And it's Ayton missing. Spurs trail by 17. Here's Gay. And finished off by Gay.
Gay's athleticism makes him devastating on the drive.
For Phoenix, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Pass to Rubio. Suns moving the ball around. Gay against Saric. And here's Booker from the arc. Walker with the rebound.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Clark, at the college level, a coach was recently offered a lifetime contract. Think we'll ever see that in the NBA?
Well, you can't quite say never.
Right.
I said in college basketball, I never thought in my lifetime I'd see a 16 beat a 1 seed.
Right.
So never say never, but it's not going to happen.
Well, but you've got a lifetime contract doing this, so I guess it does happen in some quadrants.
Well, you got information that I don't have.
For three, Booker. He can't get that one. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. White the pass to Gay. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Gay is on the court for his scoring ability, and there's no better way to get points on the board than with the and one.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Booker finds Rubio. Lets the three fly. Again, the miss by Booker.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Here's Booker after the basket by San Antonio. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's good from long range. And the Suns lead by 9.
And allowing this to go no further. He stops a 15-0 run by the Spurs.
The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, good instincts and timing on display there from Gabe. Excellent anticipation.
Sharge attacking. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And here's Booker from the arc. No good that time. So it's Phoenix picking up the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home.